Hey guys, what's up? Quick video here about Joe X's soft return. I think that he had a hard time figuring out how he was going to do this, but I think he genuinely wanted to, so he found a way. That way is through Patreon. So what I'm going to do before I talk anymore is in the description box below, the first thing in the description box below will be Joe X's Patreon account, and below that, so you can support him and see his content, below that will be links to my own ways that you can support my comment through my knife brand or Patreon or whatever else. But I wanted to get into this really quick. This is a soft launch. For those who will be asking, this is a Husafell stone. It is a loadable big piece of metal that weighs 110 pounds. It's one of my favorite things to do is to load this up with weight and pick it up and walk with it a little bit for my workouts. Admittedly though, through the woods, I don't load it up with weight. So today I just had my tripod and some propane because of the uneven ground and stuff. But anyways, so I think that there will probably be people who are, oh, speaking of tripod, don't have my cell phone adapter here. Also, I should note that anytime I start a fire, I will most likely, with propane, I'll most likely tell you guys. Typically, I try and do a whole bunch of ferro rod stuff, but today I just don't have time for that, but I did want to have a fire, so whatever. Okay, so, Joe X is having problems with locals and with videos being reported and having his view restricted. Now, why did Joe X start making videos in the first place, destroying knives? Based on the things that he's said, I believe that I can answer that fairly by saying that he enjoys it. He was curious himself. He started breaking knives. He decided to share that with other people. Joe X has no obligation or requirement to share this passion with anybody else, but he did because it's fun and, you know, whatever. So he's got tons of money invested into it, and at this point, with his normal YouTube videos causing him potential legality issues, I can understand wanting to have some type of a wall there for your own defense. And I think it's cool. I'm happy to be a Patreon supporter for Joe X, and I'm excited to see what he puts out. Now, what is he going to put out? I asked him, and he said likely a few old videos, a few new videos, some updates, some stuff like that. So it's hard to say. We don't know right now. I don't know right now. However, hopefully this is something that is successful for him. Maybe potentially in the future he can open the YouTube channel back up for everybody, and the Patreon can be something with special rewards for Patreon members or something like that. But for right now, if you are hungry for that Joe X content, then that's the place to be. Now, an added bonus to that, Joe had been somewhat secretive in the past about his personal life, like most people are, and for this very reason. And you know, nobody wants to get doxxed by some douchebag like I did from Black Scout Survival. But through his Patreon, he can be more blunt and more honest about whatever he wants. So I think that this is kind of a win-win. Pretty excited to see it, honestly. I think he's working on the Work Tough Pathfinder video now. So we'll see where it goes from here. More power to him, and Lord willing, it will be beneficial to the entire community. I think that his videos are beneficial to custom makers and manufacturers. When I have larger knives myself that I think that would be applicable to his testing, I will certainly request to be able to send one to him if he has the time. We'll see. But in closing, I want to give a big shout out to all of the manufacturers and custom makers who personally sent him a knife. I know Creeley is one of them, and he was also very transparent about the process. He didn't keep it a secret that he had convexed the edge or used 8670 or made it tougher than his normal line of knives. He made a video using Joe X's footage, and he was very upfront about all of that, and I think he deserves applause for that. And so what Joe X represents to me personally is what I strive to get myself, which is transparency. It's what I strive to work towards. And so it's refreshing to see other people as transparent as Joe X is, and also other people can get people talking and be as effective in the community while being transparent as Joe X is. So that's all I've got. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I will talk to you there. And I guess leave me a comment if you think that it is a good idea to support him on Patreon. I know that I personally, like I said, am. And at the end of the day, you know, you support a guy for $5 on Patreon, the cost of one coffee in an entire month. He makes content, you view it, you get additional interaction. It's kind of a deal. I want to add here, for my patrons. In my Patreon, I don't do a very good job on Patreon. I find the platform to be difficult to use, generally speaking, and not all of my patrons want to be public. So if you wanted to support me on Patreon, it's more of a act of appreciation and enabling me to do the knife reviews that I do publicly for everybody than it is to get something special. As of right now, all you get that's special on my Patreon is a little bit of extra say in how I spend my money, and I reach out to my patrons and ask them what they want and stuff like that. This is a long-winded way of saying you're going to get more from your Joe X subscription than you will from mine, because I guess I just needed to say that. Anyways, talk in the comment section below, and I hope that you have a blessed day.